New Mexico CannaCast. Everything New Mexico, everything cannabis. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the New Mexico CannaCast. I'm Chad, one of your hosts, and today we actually have a very special episode. It's not going to be a normal episode. This is actually going to be a part of our interview series. So this is going to be a separate part from the regular episodes. It's going to be interview series from different people around the cannabis community. So I'm Chad. I'm your host, as I said, and I will let Josh introduce himself.
Whoa, hey, I'm Josh, guys. Just a dude on the CannaCast, having a good time. Yeah, we have a very special episode. Like you said, not a really episode. This is an interview series. These are businesses around here in New Mexico that are in the industry, and we're just excited to kind of showcase them. And yeah, all good things on this one, guys. So
definitely. So thanks for that, Josh. And I will go ahead, and as you guys see, we have a couple of guests with us on the podcast. And if you're on the podcast side, you can't see it, but I'm going to introduce you guys from Bryan's Green Care. I have Roberta Bruce. So go ahead and introduce yourself, Roberta.
Hey, hi, Josh. Hi, Chad. Thank you so much for, allowing us to do this podcast and this interview. I've been following you, and you've had some great podcasts, some great information, and I really appreciate it. I share it with our staff and tell everyone you need to listen to what these guys have to say. So really appreciate it. I'm the CEO of Bryan's Green Care, and which we started in May of 2015. And that's who I am, and I'll let the others introduce themselves.
Cool. Awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah. So go ahead and introduce yourselves, Logan.
I'm Victoria. I'm Director of Operations. Roberta is my mom, and so we started Bryan's for my brother. He passed away, and so that's who it's named after. So
cool.
Hi, I'm Logan McElroy. I'm Director of Cultivation. I've been here since day one. This is my wife and my mother-in-law, so very much a family operation.
Awesome. Thank you, guys, and I appreciate you guys joining us. Go ahead, Josh.
Oh yeah, and they've been here, guys, since the first 2015. They've been here before then, but 2015 is the date I'll get back to, is when everybody put in for the license back in the day, right? Back in the medical day. So they've been trying to get a license since the medical program. So that's something else, I wanted everybody just to know that, like, they're here, they're rooted in New Mexico, obviously family owned and operated, if you haven't figured that out yet. So all good things. They have multiple locations in New Mexico. And just great people. Like if you get to meet these people in person, you'll understand, you'll get the vibe. They're just wonderful souls and doing what's right for the plant and go in the right direction. So, you know what I mean? Congratulations, guys. And again, thank y'all for being here. So I appreciate y'all being here and taking time out of your day, and especially during this week with everything that's going on. Yeah. So thank y'all. And
well, thank you for having us.
Yeah,
we're happy to be
we
here.
appreciate it, man. Thanks for all the work you do too, guys. I mean, you guys do a lot for this community and for the cannabis industry as a whole. And keep doing it. Appreciate it.
Awesome. I appreciate it, guys. And well, I guess we can get into the episode, and we'll get into the nitty gritty of everything. So you guys already kind of briefly touched on, kind of the history of Bryan's Green Care and everything. So tell us about your journey, how to get here. I already heard, it started in 2015. I've heard other stuff. I mean, veteran owned, female owned. I mean, thank you for your service, veteran as well here. So, I mean, that's really awesome, seeing more veterans getting into the game. So just go ahead and tell us a little bit more about Bryan's Green Care and just, the challenges and everything that you guys went through.
So I'll let Mom talk about the beginning stages, because that was a lot of her blood, sweat, and tears and finances.
Be honest.
No, be very honest. You know what I mean? Like, you'll help other people decide if they're going to get into this business and what it might cost them. Because I know it costs you, time,
yes,
and mental stuff, everything, right? Physically, how this affects you in the industry, and the stress and stuff of being a part of this, right? It's not an easy industry. You're just not going to throw some seeds out and grow some weeds, right? So you know what I mean? You never know what your honest answers will help somebody else maybe not have to go through the suffering y'all did to get here, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and they won't have to, because, back in, then that's when we applied for a medical cannabis and we were denied. So, um, long story, we didn't meet the criteria. We didn't have enough experience. We didn't have enough money, whatever it was. By that time, for myself, I was working in corporate America, which was a big no-no for me to be in the cannabis business and do what I was doing. I was actually a administrative warden at the time for prison. So obviously those don't really they don't go together. But anyway, I had to make a decision. Am I going to stay in this, or am I going to get out of corporate America? And I decided to get out of corporate America. And I call it that because it's, government. It could be government. It could be, any profit, nonprofit. But I'm talking about the industry where you're drug tested, and cannabis is just not acceptable. So you have to leave this comfortable world. And here I was making a really good, good money, having good benefits, good insurance, good everything. Went into the cannabis industry. And the only thing left for us after we were denied was the CBD world. And at the time, Victoria and Logan, I mean, they were like, "You're crazy. Who does that?" Nobody in New Mexico is doing that. And of course, I found one, and it was CBD. Do you remember the name, Victoria?
Yeah, the CBD boutique. It's not, that's not what it is anymore, but I think Gina Lucero.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Gina Lucero.
Back
Yes.
in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
But when they
Yeah,
told
back
me,
in the, yeah.
yeah, so when they told me nobody was doing it, I found her, and I said, "Yeah, I found one." So we started doing the CBD. We also did try to do some THC with the dispensary, Budding Hope. They're not in business anymore, and they weren't really very good anyway, and it didn't work out. So that's why we went all CBD. At the time, we were doing Charlotte's Web and Botanical out of Pueblo. They were out of Colorado. Just any vendors that we could find. It was very expensive to buy it, and of course, to survive as a CBD was like, "You're crazy. There's no way." And our point of doing the CBD was that we were going to survive until the state approved THC. We didn't realize it was going to take 7 years. We really thought it was going to take like 1, 2, maybe.
So everybody out there that's like rented a store for retail and you can't get any product, and you're like, "Man, how many months?" All right. This company right here went 7 years waiting for the chance to get in the THC market.
Yeah.
So that's a challenge on its own.
You have to be patient.
And so we found ourselves that it was getting too expensive to buy the product. So luckily we have, my daughter, who at the time had already done, lotions and different things at home. And she told me at the time, she says, "We're not going to be able to continue buying this. We're eventually going to have to make our own." I said,
We
"Yeah."
used to buy a kilogram of distillate CBD for $12,000. And now it's like $1,000.
Yeah, that was
that gives you an idea of what
saturation.
How much we were spending, to sell CBD at that time.
Oh yeah, no. Same thing with the market. We're about to go in THC, right? The saturation.
Yeah.
Supply and demand.
What was interesting about the CBD market is that it was really hard, but then once we got into it, and once we started making our own products, then it took off. That's why we were able to open the other stores and in the other locations. But then competition came in and it took a little dive. Then COVID came in and it took even a deeper. And so now
we skid into this.
Yeah,
we're getting into this. We're getting into this.
Sliding into home, baby. Sliding into home.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a few marks on all of us, but you know what? That's okay.
Yeah, you guys kept on driving with the mission. That's
Yeah.
something I always try to tell people: just drive on with the mission.
I think ultimately what made it successful for us was our passion for teaching cannabis and teaching all of the different benefits, not just THC, roll it up, go get you high, but how all of the other cannabinoids and everything else, just the whole plant treatment can benefit people, you know. And so I think it was just our attention to detail that kind of kept it going, you know, things like that. So Vicky,
Passion.
Vicky's a nurse. She still carries her RN credentials. So
Wow.
we, you know, having that kind of knowledge on our staff and you know, all of our other respected backgrounds that we brought into it just kind of helped, you know, kind of get us, like you said, skidding into home here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I appreciate that, guys. And it just really shows, you know, just how not giving up and just really keep trying and going at it really pays off in the end, because, you know, you guys are a proof of it, and congratulations.
Yeah. And then we sacrificed too. I mean, we financially, in every way that you can think of, sleep, whatever. I mean, we did, and we knew that was going to be a part of it. So that's a big thing that I would tell people, like, going in, is that you really have, if it's something you're passionate about, because there's a lot of things that are more important than monetary gain. And if you really want to do it, then just know that that's part of it, and take that, you know, that financial cut, and just cut, you know, custom your life to it. And,
like anybody else.
if that's what you really want to do, I mean, because it's just not, you're not going to just be making money hand over fist, just jumping into it. And people think that, and that's the biggest misconception.
Yeah.
That's why they want to do it. That's what motivates them. But
it's like anything else. There's going to be growing pains with this industry, and we're finding that out pretty regularly, you know. So we're just trying to, you know, stay afloat and get
we're
there.
kind of losing it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, completely understand. You know, I remember meeting y'all, I think in 2015 or so in Hobbs at a gathering. It was a meeting thing of patients and people. So no, I'm excited that y'all pushed on with the mission, is as Chad says, and you know, you're here. Like, extraordinary things. You know, you jumped into the THC market just about a month ago, selling to medical patients. And yeah,
thanks for that, by the way.
Hey,
Congratulations.
yeah, congratulations. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that I just want everybody to win, right? And like y'all said, I know I don't call anything a sacrifice anymore. Everything's an investment. Like, you know what I mean? I look at it, because a sacrifice seems like a negative word to me. So I'm like, whatever, you know, you're willing to do anything you want to in the world. What are you willing to invest to get there? Like,
right.
you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it's
So
true.
your life's going to have to change. These are going to have to change. You're budgeting this, because everything's an investment for you know, your delayed gratification of what you really want, what you're passionate about.
Right.
Right. Yeah. If you didn't have a burning desire to do it, to be this far with this plant, y'all would have given up years ago. It's just that simple.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
So I know Hobbs and everybody around appreciates it, especially having more access to Hobbs right now. And I know West Texas is going to appreciate it.
So with that being said, and you guys going online with adult sales, how does it really feel to be the new kid on the block, you know, new to the industry, as essentially, because, you know, you guys are on the THC side now. I know you've been on the hemp, but, you know, 90% of the industry is new. So how does it feel?
It's exciting. I think we take the challenge head on, knowing once again that we've kind of got a little bit of knowledge going into this with everything else that we've already done. So we bulldog through it. We were ready to go. We took it on. I mean, and we tried to get open as fast as we could. Josh was sitting with us when the day after we got our license, and goes, "Well, guys, you might call the state. I think you can sell medical." We went, "Oh, wow, okay." And so we did. We called and we got set up as quickly as we could. I mean, nice. and so yeah, we're really looking forward to this opportunity, and we're ready to tackle it.
Nice. Yeah, we're so eager that sometimes you don't. I guess it's good in a sense you don't have time for nerves.
Yeah,
you don't have time for feelings or anything. That's how it was, you know, even deployed and everything. You just don't have time to think.
Yeah.
So I totally get it. Well, Roberta, what are your thoughts on that? You know, how's it feel being, you know, coming from the hemp side and being a new THC cannabis, you know, producer?
Well, and maybe making some ROI back too.
What was that, Josh?
And maybe making some ROI back, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Oh yeah.
That's exciting.
Not,
Lord, this is the year.
definitely, you know, it's an exciting time.
Right.
Anyway, I'm very excited, but proud, so proud of everyone, our staff, to be working with Vicky, Logan, Jordan, the staff. We've had some staff that have been with us for a while, and
Yeah.
running one-man shops, and really no complaints that I'm aware of.
Yeah,
anyway.
and it's not just our dream anymore, it's theirs too.
Yeah.
Like watching
Yeah.
them grow, it's like they're just like, this is what we've been working for so long. Madi
Yeah.
and Jess at our manufacturing, they've been with us forever, and
Shout
now
out to them.
they're
Yeah, shout out. Big
major
shout
shout
out.
out to them.
No,
Um,
it sounds
and
like
then our managers too, Kermit, Brandon, and Dom, all
Lauren.
been, and Lauren, they've all been with us for a long time, and it's been
well.
so
It sounds like y'all created a wonderful culture as a company.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what it really sounds like. If you have people that are willing to work and be company people like that, I've been part of corporate America and everything else years before, and you know what I mean. Building those cultures and companies, is not an easy task. Like people talk about it and just being cool and stuff, but there's lines to be towed. So congratulations on having that culture,
Yeah.
having that backing and those people with you on your team.
Yeah. I
That's
feel like we've
that
been
helps.
so lucky and blessed in that way. And then our new staff that's come on, we just, we've hired lots of new staff, and like everybody's been, it's an amazing, it's just continued to grow into amazing, even more amazing team. So I agree with that with Mom. Proud is an understatement.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to all them, and I mean, shout out to all the people that work, in the industry.
Bryan's Green Care. Shout out to your staff.
Rock on.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
And I think it's pretty awesome to be part of this industry, and now people can come, and it's not just about being recreational. You can come and try cannabis. I take it medicinal, and that's just period. If I didn't take it, there would a lot of things would happen, not good things either. And so that you could go in and you can try it. You don't have to go to a doctor, or you don't have to get a card, if you just want to try it. So I think that's really neat. And I'm older than all of you, so be honest with you, I not sure if I thought this would ever happen.
Oh, you're not alone there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a great thing. And it's a great feeling because you're not breaking the
Yeah.
law.
History.
Yeah, definitely. Very
Yeah,
historic.
history.
So with all that being said, going down, you guys are actually in a conservative area. What are the challenges being there, and where you guys located, around the state?
So we manufacture and grow in Hobbs, and we have a retail location in Hobbs, and then we have one in Ruidoso and Roswell. We also have a CBD store in El Paso that we would love to move, over across the border there, and it will happen. So it'll just take us a little time.
Oh, definitely.
So here in Hobbs, because that's where we manufacture and produce, we had the most involvement with the politics. And this is a really conservative part of New Mexico. And we dealt with water usage in New Mexico is a big issue. It's an issue that is drove, in cannabis, because we're going to increase using so much water. I don't mind conservation methods. I'm very, if anybody ever follows Bryan's Green Care, we're very environmentally friendly. We try to think of decreasing our carbon footprint, but I don't like being the only one that's subject to these water conservation methods when nobody else. You look at how much restaurants use for water, and and there's a lot of things that are bigger than us politically that could change water conservation. So, I mean, that was a huge thing here in Hobbs. We had to go to many city commission meetings, and we had to hire a professional engineer to say how much water we would be using to kind of prove that. And that cost us thousands of dollars. Then we had to present that to the commission and the utilities board. So I can't even, I bet we went to a good 6 mandatory. These weren't because we go to lots of, city council meetings just to advocate and lobby.
Yeah.
But these were mandatory meetings that we had to attend in order to get to where we wanted to get. And that was to be able to grow.
Yeah. So the city of Hobbs put a restriction with their ordinance as far as getting city access to only commercial properties that had access to a 10-inch water line or bigger, which obviously is very few and far between. So it was their way of putting restriction on the industry.
Because we don't have any zoning.
Because Hobbs has no zoning regulations within this. They don't have like a commercial district or anything like that they could allocate, all the cannabis industries go to. So this was their way of enforcing some sort of governance over the industry. And anyway, so they put a bunch of hoops up. We jumped through them. We ultimately got where we wanted to go, but it cost us a whole lot of money to get there.
And I'm happy to help people in the area. With that, I've already helped a few, but I'm very happy to help anyone that is going through that in the Hobbs area.
So, because I'm from Carlsbad, Eddy County, and I know how Lee County is. We're all the same. The 10-inch water line was like, well, 10-inch water line is what the oil field companies use. So let's make sure they're up to par with them guys. I guarantee. So how has the community been? How have they? Because I know I've been down to Hobbs a couple of times, and everybody, when I wear my green leaf stuff, everybody seems super excited about it. How's the community been? Besides, I know you spend a lot of time being involved on that community.
Side. Yeah, the community actually shows us a lot of love, and really even a lot of the commissioners were. I mean, it's kind of split, as far as that politically, but the community itself and the people here, they're always very supportive. We haven't had any trouble.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice.
Local law enforcement.
They've been amazing. They're looking forward to it. As far as they're concerned, one less thing for them to worry about, right? So it's been, we
depend on them for our security.
Exactly.
So we've had that come into play, and they've been there. So that's luckily the only dealings we've had with them. So
they're having a realistic view about everything down there.
Absolutely.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Right? It sounds like the commissioners and stuff. We were at a city council meeting yesterday for Las Cruces, suggesting a working group with the city councilors all the time, just so, just keep them up to date. We know there's going to be emergency rules, and we're at best to get education from people that are in the industry that have to know this stuff, right?
Yeah. And we had a couple of our city commissioners were actually very, very helpful in the way that they kind of went about like guiding us through some of that process as well. Kind of giving us, a pat on the back when we needed it, if you will. And so I
wasn't afraid. Like in a bigger city, like in Hobbs, we have a city engineer, a city attorney, utilities director. I called all of them. They all knew me by name. I called them all the time. Tax dollars is what pays them. So all of them.
Use what resources you guys have.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Well, and the tax dollars is coming, you know what I mean? That we talked about that yesterday in Las Cruces, and I'm all about, go education in schools right off the bat, and then law enforcement second. Mm-hmm. Let's help them out and get them ahead.
Yeah.
100%.
Our education needs it so bad. I would love to start pumping money I would love that.
Yes.
Oh,
I come from a family of educators, so that was always going to be an important aspect of it.
Yeah, me too. Both of my parents are teachers, and a bunch of my family members.
Yeah.
So we're in the same boat. So yeah, totally education all the way. So with that being said, and we talked about community and everything, how have the Texas police really have been, you guys are so close to the Texas border. Have they been saying they're going to be sitting there waiting at the border for people just to drive by? Like what's really been the sense with them?
Yeah, where you cross the border is Gaines County. Yeah, they're going to go through it's illegal, and they're going to go through all their regulations, take you to jail, just like they normally would. There's not going to be any exception because we're over here selling it legally. They don't care, unfortunately. And we've had several friends get in trouble with, like a single vape cart, and it's a felony.
Well, we're actually gonna have an episode with a Texan that's very active in the world of cannabis and everything, and we put that on to talk about all that, like the difference in the flower and the vape cartridge, which is a felony, right? You have an ounce of flower and you have a gram of vape cart, felony here, misdemeanor here. So
right, and everyone thinks the cart is safer because it doesn't smell. You just have to consider the risk there when anyone's going over.
Yeah,
definitely. And El Paso now, I found out, got funding because they weren't testing or able to test any kind of cannabis because they didn't have the labs. Well, they're using New Mexico labs now, so they figured out a little loophole. So now they got funding for it to use out-of-state labs to test it. And since it's legal here, it's not like they're really breaking any laws. So, they found a little hole around it. So yeah, guys, keep that in mind too. Any kind of extract, that means edible, that means butter, that means, anything where it's extracted flour, you're a little safer if you're going to do that, but please just don't take anything back to Texas. That's just
right.
We are not lawyers. Yeah. If you want to watch some lawyers, you can watch the Pot Lawyers, and I can tell you, they will tell you to shut up. That's all I can say, because we keep it Disneyland here.
Pot Brothers at Law.
Yeah. So just
watch their videos. They'll give you all the advice you need.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Just make sure there's no children around.
Right. Definitely. Yeah. So with the going on, I mean, we got that out the way and everything. Talked about the Texas police. In El Paso, they're kind of signaling the same thing. On the other side and all that. So it's echoing the same thing over there. So what are your guys' plans for the first? We know the first Friday coming up here in a couple days at the time of recording.
Friday.
Yeah, what do you plan to do? Like, do you guys have anything planned, or you're just going to be open and just selling pot?
Man, it's a party. Come on.
Yeah, we're so excited. We have to celebrate. So we have a band in Ruidoso, homegrown. They're a band from Roswell. I mean, I used to hear them play like 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And so they're going to play on top of the gazebo, not like in our store, but they'll just be playing to downtown. Our place in Ruidoso is in Midtown. So come check out the band. We're giving away free gifts to any new customer registering. You can sign up for door prizes. We're going to be giving away weed at every store at Roswell, Ruidoso, and Hobbs. So you can just come by and put your name in the bucket, and we'll be drawing at 420. We're going to be drawing for weed. So,
I love it.
So yeah, and then on Hobbs, we're going to have AJ, not the DJ, a friend of ours, is going to come and DJ and just help us to celebrate. So
yeah, we'll have all kinds of stuff though. We'll have, Snapchat filters and fancy balloons, and
we're working on Snapchat filter now, which I don't even know what all that encompasses. But
yeah, if you guys are in the area, use Snapchat, use that filter up. It's going to be
absolutely
exactly.
In the Hobbs area. It's Hobbs, right? That's going to be where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're in the Hobbs area, go ahead and use that filter. It's a historical day. Save the photo.
Yeah. And Logan and I will be in the Hobbs store all day, all weekend. Jordan is going to Roswell. And then our El Paso manager will be in Ruidoso. So everybody go see everyone and say hey. And we're so excited. So
are you anticipating any lines, any crowds by any chance? I know,
we're hoping for them.
We are hoping for them.
Yeah. Look at these. All right. You know what? I'm going to call y'all. On the first one. I'll be like, they show up. Are they there?
Yeah.
Send me a picture. I just wonder if that happened. You'll get what you asked for.
I'm gonna be like, Josh, I gotta go.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Why are you
It's right
calling
around the
me?
corner.
Oh,
Yeah. So, what are you guys preparing for that? I mean, are you doing anything special? Are you getting water for them? Maybe, maybe.
Yes,
Absolutely,
I'm
yeah.
making sure that everybody's gonna be hydrated, and I hope that we have our menu online.
Nice.
Those are my things that so maybe people can be looking and then visiting with us, registering, while they're waiting to make their purchase, things like that. So Snapchatting,
Right. You have the music playing.
Social
and everything.
media,
Yeah, exactly. That
Right.
music going on. We'll have a lot of things going on. We'll definitely keep you entertained while you have to wait in line.
yeah.
Nice. So it sounds like it's going to be a fun time and everything. But well, with that being said, after April 1st, I mean, we know that's not the only day where cannabis is going to be sold. From then on, cannabis is going to be sold. So what's your guys' post April 1st plans, like 420, 710, and for the future?
So we're working on we're once again being a vertically integrated cannabis company. We get to play with a bunch of new products. We're going to make some new products. So we have a line of CBD products that we've been making and kind of perfecting over the last 7 years. We're going to start incorporating THC with a lot of it. So our manufacturing lab is going to be busy. We're going to have new stuff coming out on the shelf all the time. We're going to be
definitely for 420, we should have our edibles out. So
yeah, we look to hopefully work with a lot of the micro producers and things like that within our communities that we're in, so that we're really keeping our smoke local. You know what I mean? And so we want to have all of the micro producers be able to have an outlet to come to, and we want to be that outlet. So we're looking forward to more of these other farms coming online, and getting to get to try all of the good weed.
Shout out to any micro producers, hit us up.
Yeah.
Yes. So and realize, guys, they have 3 locations already running to fill, and I know they're looking to put a 4th online, and they're gonna be high traffic locations. So if you definitely want to sell your product or whatever, hit Bryan's Green Care up and let them know, let them check it out, what you got, see if you got the fire.
Yeah,
that's right.
And guys, we'll do another interview series, and we'll probably check back with everybody and see how they're doing, going and all that, and just kind of give everybody an update. So that'll be in the future. That's a long-term goal with the NMCannaCast. So that's everything.
Anytime, guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody coming to the NMCannaCast today. It was a really great conversation. I learned a lot about your company and everything. And doing stuff like this, we're going to learn so much about, these different businesses. And I hope everybody else can tune in and learn as well about you guys. And so when they go in, they're like, oh yeah, heard you guys on the NMCannaCast, great stuff. So I'm going to wrap it up here. That's everything I have. Is there everything you have?
Yeah, no. Everybody, April 1st is coming. If you're in the Hobbs area, Roswell, Ruidoso area, my hometown there, go check Bryan's Green Care out, go have fun, see what's going on. If you're in Hobbs, you know what I mean? Go see Logan and Victoria down there. Go talk with them and learn, if you're looking to get in the business and you're looking to pick up some supply, go there, talk with them a little bit while you're standing in line, just the challenges they've had.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Never know what.
We're happy to talk to anyone and visit.
Definitely. Well, are there any anything you guys want to personally give out, for the NMCannaCast, maybe some links or something? And I'm definitely going to make sure to put your guys' links down in the descriptions. So look out for that, everybody. If you're curious about them, want to go to their socials or their website, I'll try to have all that at the bottom. So any shout outs for y'all?
The staff.
No, I think all of our staff, that was the big,
Yeah.
that was our big
Gotcha.
thing. And thank you guys so much.
Yes.
We love everything you guys do, and we appreciate y'all having us on. So
Awesome.
No, thank you for taking the time. Awesome. Well, I guess we're good getting this done, right?
Cool. Well, I appreciate it, guys, and I'll take us out of here. So
Thanks,
remember,
guys.
follow, like,
Bye.
subscribe, rate, whatever it is. And remember, everything New Mexico, everything cannabis. All right.